There's a rule in my town. It's the first one you learn. Before you learn to walk or talk, never, ever look directly at the corners of a room in the dark. Don't ask why. No one does. It's just the way things are. We have other rules too, simple things meant to keep us safe. If the wind suddenly stops at night, get inside. Don't wait. If you hear a voice that sounds like your own, but it's coming from another room, you don't answer it. Never listen to the static between radio stations for more than a few seconds. They feel like old superstitions, like a child's game. But we all follow them. Every single one of us. Because we've seen what happens to people who get curious. They don't disappear. Not exactly. They just become different. Their eyes don't focus right anymore. They stare at things that aren't there. And they're always looking at the corners. We learn to just leave them alone. It's kinder that way. For years, I followed the rules perfectly. They were background noise, a part of my life I never had to think about. It was easy. Until last night. A storm knocked the power out. Total darkness. The kind that feels heavy, Fire, the kind that swallows sound. I was sitting in my living room, just waiting. And the silence, it was so loud. The wind had stopped. Rule number 2. My heart started pounding, but I was already inside. I was safe. Or so I thought. That's when I felt it. An urge, a stupid, overwhelming curiosity. It was just a corner. Just plaster and paint. What could possibly be so dangerous about a corner? My eyes drifted up to where the two walls met the ceiling. Just for a second, I told myself it was just a glance. At first, nothing. Just a dark, sharp angle. And then, my brain tried to make sense of what I was seeing. The lines weren't right. It wasn't a 90-degree angle. It looked soft. Like the corner was unfolding. It looked deep, like a hole in reality itself. I snapped my eyes away, gasping. My heart was a drum against my ribs. It was a trick of the light, a trick of the dark. It had to be. But it was too late. From the corner of the room, a sound started, a soft, wet clicking. Then, from my kitchen, the old radio, the one that hasn't been plugged in for years, it clicked on. Static hissed into the room, but there were whispers underneath it. Choked, garbled sounds, like something was trying to remember how to form words. I broke the rules. I looked, and now it knows I can see it. The clicking got closer. It wasn't coming from the corner anymore. It was coming from all the corners at once. I could feel the geometry of my own home twisting around me. The shadows weren't just dark, they were full. I could feel its attention on me, a cold analytical pressure, like a bug under a magnifying glass. I squeezed my eyes shut, but it didn't help. I could still see the angles bending in the darkness behind my eyelids. I can feel it, right now. It's close. It's not in one corner anymore. I think it's learning the shape of the room. It's learning the shape of me. I'm recording this on my phone. I don't know why. Maybe as a warning. Maybe because the silence is worse. The clicking has stopped. The radio is quiet. Everything is completely still. Maybe it's gone. I have to open my eyes. I have to know. Okay. The room is normal. Everything is where it should be. The darkness feels normal again. Wait. In my peripheral vision, every corner, all of them, they're all wrong. They're not corners anymore. They're open. It sees from the angles. It sees everything from it's not made of lines. It's looking right at.